Yes, yes, people, we are back live. We are back live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube for another edition of the ManDem United podcast, the podcast dedicated to all things Manchester United. So please keep all your comments, all your questions, Manchester United related. Please, people, keep all your comments and questions, like I said, Manchester United related. Big up to everyone who's watching live right now. Big up to everyone who's watching this back after the live. Make sure you hit the like button on the video. Make sure you do that. Hit that like button. Share this across all of the socials as well. And on top of those two things, subscribe to the channel Sarcasm City TV as well, people. Of course, if you super chat, I'll get straight to your question. Don't forget, the link for the membership is also in the pinned comment as well. But make sure you're following at Sarcasm City TV across all socials as well. Make sure you're doing so. Big up to Daredevil, says big up Flawless and everyone else. Love from the USA. Ten Hag has done a very impressive job with Man United in his first season and exceeded our expectations. Hopefully more to come. That is facts. That's why I titled the video what I did, titled this episode of the podcast, the trophy and a third place finish. How well has Ten Hag done in his first season? And I agree, exceeded my expectations, definitely. I did not expect to win a trophy, be in another final, you know what I'm saying? So reach both domestic cup finals, winning one, potentially two trophies, and a third place finish as well. I did not expect those two things. So salute to Ten Hag. And this is why I credit the players he's bought, because they've made the difference. Obviously, some have had a bigger impact than others, but that's why I credit it. That's why obviously Martinez and Casemiro are the two standout candidates, but this is why I give credit to Anthony. Yes, we need to see improvements. Yes, he's not been available. He's not been available enough. Yes, he's not been, there's still levels to go for him, but he still had an impact. Malacia as well, the same difference as well. Eriksen also. People like to criticize Eriksen. Eriksen's made a difference this season. Recent poor form or average performances, it matters, but it still doesn't take away from what he's done previously. Manchester United have had a good season. How good the season is up to you to decide, but he still had an impact. And that's why I always talk about players impacting games and impacting the team and impacting the season. And that's what all the signings have done. Obviously, Martinez and Casemiro top the list, but Eriksen, I think, is just behind them. Then I think it's Anthony and Malacia. I think they played their part. There's still levels to go for all these players. There's still levels to go for Malacia. Even though I like him, I'm impressed. There's still levels. There's still levels to go for Anthony, 110%. There's still levels to go for all these men. United for Life says, big up Flawless, big up to you. He says Mason Mount's story is serious. He's not the answer in midfield, but then I realized that 2 English players will be sold and we have to bring replacements to meet the quota of 8 homegrown players. So why don't we just sign actual players of quality? I don't get that. Yeah, that's why don't we just sign players of actual quality? Like, I'm all for signing English players, but why does it have to be poor? Like, and the fact that's one of the reasons as to why we are signing him lets you know how shocking he is. Because when we talk about Manchester United signing Harry Kane, there's no talk of, oh, Kane fits the quota. When we've spoken about us signing Ivan Toney, that doesn't get mentioned. Declan Rice, and the list goes on. Only when it's Mason Mount does him fit in the quota actually add to it. Like, I don't get it. I'm lost. I really don't get it at all. Bear with me, people. 1 second. My apologies, people. But yeah, like, that's what I'm saying. That's how you know he's not good, just fitting quotas. Like, I'm not with it. Big up to RJ. Okay, see you in a bit. Big up to United for Life. RJ says there's a feeling Sheikh Jassim may be tempted to bid higher for Manchester United. We'll see. That's all gone quiet. That has all gone quiet. Really, really, really quiet. United for Life says few English homegrown players will be sold. McTominay, Maguire, Williams, and Axel, Phil Jones. Then we'll have Rashford, Garnacho, Kobe Mano, Wan-Bissaka, Sancho, Shaw. We need 2 more. The thing is, I'm all for signing English players. I'm not against it, but go and get quality. Go get a Harry Kane. Go get an Ivan Toney. Go get a James Maddison. Go get a Declan Rice. Go get players of quality. I'm not just here to hear about players just filling the quota. United are prioritizing a striker with 100 million, the price they have in mind for Tottenham's Harry Kane. I don't see us spending 100 million. I really do. The two could be Kane and Mount. Like, I'm just not with it. RJ says, should talks prove problematic, they will move on to other forward options before targeting sales and adding a midfielder, defender, and goalkeeper. Well, see, it's just a lot of guesswork going on. Hell of a lot of guesswork going on. I'm telling you. Big up Dennis the Great as well. Let's see. Ten Hag's first season in the Prem had more points than Ollie's season when he finished second. That shows you how much of a bun Ollie was. Yeah, I know, it's mad. It's crazy. Big up Star Lord every single time as well. Now, all it is, Alwyn, is if I open the curtains, the light will blind the camera and you won't be able to see me. That's all it is. That's why. That's what it is. It's just the way it's positioned. That's all it is. You just work with what you got. Fulham want Fred for 15 million for? Sell him. He's a squad player. You know what I'm saying? If you get money for Fred, like, sell him. Like, I'd sell most of these players. Most of these players are sellable. 95% of them, minus the new signings and Rashford. Varane I throw in the mix as well. Minus those players, which is like 7 man. Everybody else is sellable. Everyone else, anybody. I'm not fighting for any of these guys to say stay with a good offer. Yes, I believe some of them are good squad players, i.e. a Lindelof, for instance, a Luke Shaw, or a Wan-Bissaka. But I'll never fight for a squad player, especially Fred, who I don't even want as a squad player. I even want as a squad. I've said this verbatim. You go get the backup to Casemiro, you go get upgrade on Eriksen, and then you have a fifth choice midfielder behind that, whether that's a Sabitzer, a Rabiot, or someone of that nature. That's what it should be. So yeah, Fulham want Fred, sell him. Sell him. 100%. Big up Naeem, large up to you as well. Big up, big up. But yeah, just back to it in regards to Ten Hag. You know what's crazy? Manchester United finished 5th or finished 6th and hadn't won a trophy, and we're in the FA Cup final. You know how different the conversation would be. Oh, he spent 200 million. Look what Ollie did. He got Manchester United to a Europa League final. He got us to X amount of semi-finals. He finished outside, you know what I'm saying? He finished second. He got us top 4, which I believe he did get us top 4 once. Just a conversation. There's even the difference in when we lost to West Ham and we lost to Brighton. The mad difference in those two. You know what I'm saying? Like the conversation, that's what I'm saying. The mad difference in the conversation is Ten Hag good enough, away form, people in the chat talking rubbish about Ollie's better, Ten Hag's no good. Now they all silent. I'm saying, let the apologies be as loud as the disrespect, because people were quick to criticize him. And I'm not even saying the criticism was wrong. I'm saying the over-the-top criticism. I criticize Ten Hag. I don't like the Mount thing, for instance. I think there's times in the away games, that's been my biggest issue with him this season, where he's approached it like it's a home match or it's a regular away game. You can't go away to the Etihad or away to the Anfield and treat it like it's any other game, especially with the team that we have. But now all of a sudden, people want to go over the top. Like our away record overall wasn't that bad. Our away record overall was not that bad in the slightest. It wasn't. It was bad in particular against the top teams. We have the 5th best away record. It might have changed. I'll have to double check, but I know before the last game of the season, it was 5th. So let's say it dropped to 6th. That's not terrible. It's not good, but it's not terrible. And that's what I was stating. People were acting like we had the 10th best or 12th best, because our home form was patterned. Now it's the away form. He's made Old Trafford a fortress. Cool. But now he needs to sort out the away form. But Ten Hag's also learning on the job. He also needs improvements. Yeah, United for life. People who are haters will always find something. It's ridiculous. Just give that man his credit, because we've exceeded expectations. The only major issue I have with him is how the Europa League went. That's it. Mine is how the Europa League went. No issues. We won the Carabao Cup. We're into the FA Cup final. We finished 3rd in the league. You've exceeded all my expectations, even though I said target those cups. That's not like I was saying, yeah, we're definitely going to go win. You got one in the bag, cool. We're now in the FA Cup final against the best team in the country. We finished 3rd behind the best team in the country, which is Manchester City. And Arsenal had an incredible season on top of that. Yeah, like I said, it's just the Europa League. Individually, pretty much everybody improved. As a team, we improved. Defensively, we improved. Even offensively, even though there still needs to be levels to go, we improved. We did. Because we seeing Rashford I think he's had the best season he's ever had. I think this is Rashford's best ever season. Outside of goals and assists, this is the point that I was making when I was talking about Rashford. Outside of goals and assists, he still had impact in games. Anthony, like I spoke on, has done well. And then the rest is like, what more can you do? He got form. He got something out of Weghorst. He actually got form out. He actually got performances out of Vegas. Martial was air. Sancho was air. Garnacho, we have to give credit to because Garnacho's had impact. Palestrian, a few times he's played cool. Who else? I don't think there's anybody else. I think there's anyone else. Free says, what's your take on the style of play this year? I don't think this is how he wants to play, but he seems to adapt in order to get results with what he has and buy himself more time. That's the thing, Free. People have spoken on, he's going to play more attacking football, but people expected him in his first season to play attacking football. And he adapted, which I'm not against. I went a little bit more pragmatic and a little bit more defensive at times. No issues with that. Zero issues, because people are not accepting a long-term project without short-term results, and he's getting short-term results. That's one thing. That am I happy with how we play all the time? No, but I also understand it's the players we have play a big factor in that. That's why if we invest correctly in the summer, let's say we go get 4 or 5 players, I'm expecting more of his style, whether that's possession based, whether that's pace and power, whether that's a mix. I'm expecting better football. I'm expecting the system to be better. That's what I'm looking at. I don't know, Sleeping Buddha, how many goals Vegas scored. You'll have to Google it. Let's see what else. Yeah. Sell Fred after he delivers one more. Fred will tear you apart. Performance at Wembley. I hope you're right, Arwin. Flawless, we should do a swap, as I would take Fred at Chelsea. You can take Mount. Absolutely not. Just take Fred. Absolutely not. I'm not with that whatsoever. Absolutely not. Let's see. Flawless, what is your prediction versus City? I'll be real, Flawless. I don't give you a chance, bro. I think Inter Milan have a better chance of doing something against City. I think they will beat you 3-1. Of course, they're the favorites. Of course. You know what I'm saying? Of course, Manchester City are the favorites. But do I think we win? Yes. Is that more in hope? That's more than hope and praise that we actually do something against them. Without doubt. But hey, before I continue, you lot, bump up the likes. Way too low on the likes. How's the over 30 of you lot in the building? Well, just under 30, I should say. And we're not even at 20 likes. Let's bump that up to 20 likes, people. What are we doing? There is now over 30 in the building. Like check 1212. Like check 1212. Let's get us up to 20 likes, people. Let's get us up to 20 likes and subscribe to the channel if you are indeed new as well. We're at 6,506. We're looking for 4 new subscribers. Hit that subscriber button, people. What are we doing? What are we doing? This other laptop just moving very slow as well. I don't know what's going on. Let us run. Let's see. Football is the game. Says Flawless, who's your front three for the game against City? I'd go Bruno, Rashford, Martial. I'd go with that three. And then I'd stack the midfield. I would 110% stack the midfield. I'd literally the same team we played against City in the Premier League game at Old Trafford. It's the exact same. That's what I would run with. I would run with the exact same team, minus, I think Shaw, he's 50-50, but it's between Lindelof and Shaw, but the Heron goal, Wan-Bissaka, Malacia is the fullbacks, Varane next to Lindelof or Shaw, then a midfield three of Casemiro, Fred, and Eriksen, and then you play Bruno on one ring, Rashford from the left, and Martial up top, because that's the team we set up with, and that's how you work it. And then Bruno can invert into the midfield to help out when Stones and Rodri on the ball, and then you've got 3 midfielders in there anyway, because Akanji's probably going to play left. It's not like he's bombing on, and you have to worry about him from an offensive standpoint. So that is the team I would go with. That is the team. Big up Jack as well. Vafa says, Flawless, do you think we lack pace and power or technical ability? Both. We definitely lack both. 100%. This team is just not good enough overall for where Manchester United want to go. This is the ceiling for this team is this season. Top 4 finish, challenging domestic cups. And if we don't invest properly, this is as good as it's going to get. Now, if we want to kick on to the next level, which is competing and challenging is the same thing, but challenging and winning Premier Leagues and challenging and winning the Champions League, we have to improve 110%. Big up my guy Deviant in the cut sets for a first season and the issues he's dealt with. Ten Hag has done a good job, no doubt. Exactly that, man. He's definitely exceeded my expectations. I never thought we was going to finish in the top 4. I was saying 5th at best. That was us, like at our very best, and a couple teams underachieving and not being at it. So for Ten Hag to do that, I got to salute him 100%. And the football we've played at times, how we've looked so solid defensively for the vast majority of the season, and even offensively as well. There's certain games I look at like Forest, Brentford at home, Everton at home, Spurs at home, where we play good football. 110%. Then it says, flawless breaking news, Spanish report saying Benzema might leave instead of staying. Would you take Benzema? And Ancelotti said Kane is one of his priorities this summer. How do you feel about this? 110%. I would take Benzema on a free. Are you crazy? We need 3 strikers. Yes. You go get Benz, you go get another striker, whoever that is, and then you go get a backup to that. You go get a youngster, like a teenager. That's what you should do. Like, without doubt. That's what you go and get. Without doubt. It is. Sorry, people. My apologies. Make sure you bump up the likes, subscribe to the channel as well. Much appreciated. I agree with that team for the final. Exactly the same. City are slowing down over the last couple of games. I don't think you switch form on and off easy. I see us being them and destroying, and they destroy Inter. I hope so. We got a chance. We definitely have it. We definitely have a chance. We got an opportunity. 100%. Is well, yeah, Leeds. Oh yeah, the fact Leeds got relegated is beautiful settings. Beautiful settings, man. They can hold it in the championship. Beautiful settings. That's what they can do. Beautiful settings. 110%. Beautiful. Love that. I'm hearing Anthony will make the final. Let's hope so, because he could be the difference off the bench. Imagine with the team I've set up there, you got Garnacho off the bench as a difference maker. You got Anthony off the bench. That final is going to be an uphill battle. Obviously, Friday, me and Eddie will discuss that more in depth when we do the preview the day before. But like having those two, now we actually have options off the bench that can change the game offensively. That's why I would go with that team. And we hope that we have a great day and all our players, are on point and they have an off day. It can happen. Like I said, last time we played these, man, we beat them. Like, let's not forget that. People act like it's impossible to beat them. I sit here an incredible team. Absolutely, yes, an incredible team. But 110%, we can beat them. But it's going to be very, very, very tough. Everyone got to be on it. Ten Hag can't go there with a whole 4-2-3-1. Has to play 3 in the midfield. Has to. Big up Deviant says, so would you say what we achieved this season is now the bare minimum goal for next season? Top 4 and 1 domestic cup? Yeah, because I don't think the team will be worse than this team. So 1, it won't be worse. And 2, Ten Hag now has a whole season of experience. So now this should be the bare minimum. Now I'm already, despite, even if we have a terrible transfer window, I'm still expecting top 4 and go and compete for a domestic trophy, because this team is good enough to do that. That's one thing. I may have, under Ollie, I did overrate some of the players in regards to thinking we could go on and challenge, but he's still a terrible manager. Like, don't get him mistaken. But I've always thought this team is the bare minimum. It's going to win League Cups, FA Cups, Europa Leagues. We can do that. Premier League and Champions League, whole different conversation. But yes, I agree with you, Deviant, in terms of this is now the bare minimum, without doubt. Imagine Kane leaves Spurs and they win a domestic trophy the very next season. That would be jokes. It would be an interesting conversation. Any thoughts on Tyler Adams as backup to Cass? I was a fan of him even before he went Leeds. Solid passer in the air, tackler. I've not watched him like that, Ed, to say. I've not really watched him to be like, yeah, let's go get Tyler Adams. But we know he's done well he's done decent in the Premier League. Big up my guy Dan Sillyman every single time as well. Last time we beat them, they just come off an away defeat to Southampton after playing a weakened team. We will win. I think we win too. See ya. I think we'll win. Flawless, would you take accepting Mount if Rice comes along with him? I'm hearing Mount, Shaw, Rice are all boys. I don't know about Shaw, but Mount and Rice are friends. No, I wouldn't. What is this? Is this a brethren thing? The fuck? You know what I'm saying? Like, what are we doing? This is Noah's Ark. Everybody comes in twos. Pause. Like, what are we doing here? You know what I'm saying? Like, no. I definitely wouldn't accept Rice. I mean, Mount, if we want Rice, just go get Rice. Like 110%. And I don't want Rice. As Ram said, it's weird here. The black man say you don't want Rice, but that's facts. That's a sentence I've never said in my entire life. But no. If we were to get Declan Rice, though, I understand it. I can see the positives in that. There's positives to the signing. Same with Harry Kane. There's positives to the signing where I'm like, all right, I'm not dead against it. Mount, there's 0 positives apart from this quota shit. That's it. So no, I wouldn't. If we're gonna go sign Declan Rice, just go sign Declan Rice. You ain't gotta go get his brethren. Who do you get rid of and who do you replace them with? What in our team? How long have you got Afri? You know what I'm saying? I know you're new here, but yeah, like most of these, man. In terms of replacements, I'm more on profiles, but I'd get rid of De Gea. I'd get rid of De Gea. I'd get rid of Dalot. Trying to think. Who else? I'm just going through the first team. I'd get rid of McTominay. I'd get rid of Fred. Get rid of Martial. That's it. I think that's the 5. That's just from the first team. I bet if like there was more names like your Brandon Williams and Axel Tunzabis and Dean Henderson's, they're all in that mix. Maguire as well. How did I forget? I would get rid of Maguire. But he's also in the bracket because we barely see him. So yeah, I would get rid of him. 110%. Yeah, Dan, I know you'd laugh at that. 100%. I'm with it. If Benz is available on a free, go get Benz. Benzema could leave instead of staying. Would you take Benzema instead of Kane? Absolutely, on a free. He's carrying Benzema on a free. Yes. We need 3 strikers. Not only do we need first team quality, we need squad depth. And who better than young strikers to learn from than him? And his brethren are here as well, back to the brethren thing. And outside of the brethren thing, he's actually a quality footballer as well. This is Karim Benzema. He'd do fine in the Premier League. Absolutely fine. Emma says, don't come for me, but Ceballos is free in the summer. He's Spanish, so can pass. Could he have a place in this team? Emma, we're normally on the same hymn sheet. I'm not with it. Nope. I'm not with Ceballos. What's wrong with Rice and Mount? Not good enough. That's what it is, sleeping Buddha. Do they take us closer to where we need to go? No. Is Rice an improvement on what we have? Absolutely he is. Absolutely. Yeah, Dan, I've got you right now. Of course. Declan Rice is an improvement on what we have, but insert midfielder here who's not, you know what I'm saying, who's not better, who doesn't improve us. Who doesn't improve us? Take any half decent midfielder, they improve us, but that's not what it's about. That's not what it is about whatsoever. It's about improving to get to a level. What's wrong with Rice and Mount? Would City take Rice, a player the level of Rice or Mount to improve their team? No. Do they get anywhere near that Manchester City team? Absolutely not. That's how I look at it. Don't improve us whatsoever. No, I tell a lie. They improve us, but they don't improve us to the level of what needs to be. I don't know what they've done. Mount don't even start for Chelsea. What are we doing here? If he stays next season, so why don't want a player that doesn't start for Chelsea? You just finished 12th. Make that make sense. Make that make sense. Make zero sense whatsoever. Yeah, I'm glad you lot. I think you lot are laughing at the pause, innit? You know what I'm saying? I didn't know if it was a pause, but it is. Sleeping Buddy says Benzema over Kane is some madness. The fact you think Kane is anywhere near the level of Benzema, especially Benz on a free and Kane for 70, 80 million, I don't know what to tell you. I'm saying, talking about a man who's literally won Champions League after Champions League against a man who's won nothing. I don't want Mount either, but why does Ten Hag and the recruitment team want him? Is it for energy and tactical discipline? Yeah, Afri, you answered your own question. Yes, he's energetic, tactically disciplined, hard yards, covers the ground, all that type of stuff. But no, I don't want Mason Mount. Like I said, he doesn't improve. He doesn't improve us to where we need to go. I don't even think he improves our first 11. And if he does, it's marginal. Marginal. Man's asking, would we take Benzema? Of course, we had Vegas too. Yeah, of course. I'm saying I take Benz. On a free. That's what people ain't getting. It's a free. Flawless, you want 4 midfielders in the final and 2 up front? No, 4-3-3. Exactly how we set up against Manchester City in the Premier League game at Old Trafford. So you got your goalkeeper, your back 4, the 3 in midfield, which was Casemiro, Eriksen, Fred. You play Bruno from the right. This is what we did in that game. Rashford from the left and Martial up top. I might switch it because I don't know if I want Rashford against Kyle Walker. So I might even play Bruno from the left and then play Rashford from the right and then play Martial up top. Because I want Garnacho as an impact sub. Anthony, if he's fit, the same. Our options is limited. Because then if you play Rashford up top, who you play in wide left? You play Bruno, who's playing wide? I don't want to play Garnacho. You play maybe Sancho. That's an option. Maybe Rashford through the middle and you play Sancho from the left and then Rashford Bruno from the right, Sancho from the left and Rashford up top. Maybe it's that. Maybe. He's got options, but we ain't got great options. There's Rashford, but then there's the ball stick. I might go with the latter. I don't know. It's between those. That's my 2 options anyway. It's either Rashford from the right, Bruno from the left, Martial up top, or Bruno from the right, Sancho from the left, and Rashford up top. But my midfield defense stays the same. That's like sewn in. There's no difference. Everybody's injured. I'm not playing McTominay. There's no Sabitzer. So the midfield three picks itself. Martinez is injured. So it's the question of Lindelof or Shaw next to Varane. Malacia plays. Wan-Bissaka plays because, defensively great. And De Gea in goal. Like, yeah. Thomason says, Ten Hag has done well as an Arsenal fan. Wish we had him. Top class manager. Mount is not great. I wouldn't take him either. Can you stop your rivals doing the treble? Can we? Yes. Will we? Different conversation. Well, yeah, Ten Hag's done very well this season. Very, very well. It's just that now he has to be backed in the summer and he has to deliver again. Next season, as all the players do as well. As all they do, as all the players do. But let's continue to bump up the likes, please, people. We're at 26. 4 more, man. Get us up to 30 likes. Make sure you subscribe if you are new as well. And make sure you share this across all the socials. Let's get as many people in here as possible. Make sure you do so, people. Make sure you do so. I'm big on my guy in the building. I like Dan Sillyman is here. Yes, family. What are you telling me? You good?
Yo!
You good?
I can't even hear you. What's going on,
you
man?
Can't hear me?
Shit, man. Wait, let me come back. Sorry, man.
Yeah. No stress. Yeah. You lot can hear me because I've been talking for the past half an hour, so I know that if you lot couldn't hear me, you would tell me. 110%. But Dan will be back anyway. He'll be back. Continue to get your questions in. Don't forget, link for the membership is in the pinned comment as well. And just because the season's over, you'll still get your ManDem United. You'll still get this all summer as well. So Mondays, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays, 4:30 p.m. You'll still get this show. All the ManDem United, all the Manchester United crossover shows as well. So United Liverpool, United Arsenal, United Chelsea and Spurs. Still gonna get all of that, doing the most Q&As, etc. Just weekends, you probably get more pro clubs, fan calling shows as well. I know people, you lot got a lot to say in the comments. So when I be running the fan calling shows on Twitch, make sure you call in as well. R3 says the recruitment team is still too poor. Caicedo should be a United player this year. If we were serious, alternative striker to Kane, Ramos. What I'd say to that is, I can't say the recruitment team's been poor when they did the business this past season. So it's a new recruitment team, Ten Hag included in that as well. I like the window we had. I like it a lot. Casemiro, Martinez, Malacia, Eriksson, Anthony. So it's a very, very good window. And it's paid dividends this season. Paid big dividends because we've had a good season and it could be a very good season if we do indeed win the FA Cup as well, which is possible. But yes, we need to improve 110% because this team still needs serious investment. With Ramos, I only watched him in the World Cup, so I can't even comment. I've never watched him for his club. Never watched him for his club whatsoever. To Thomason, who says Kane or Osimhen. Out of those two, I'm going Osimhen. I've already spoken on Kane. I don't want a non-athletic, slow striker. That's just a profile preference. That's nothing against Kane. Let me clarify this. Kane is world-class. And if he got here, I wouldn't be against it. He's going to get goals. He's going to get assists. He's going to be great for the team in terms of his teammates. But I have my doubts in regards to why he couldn't take Spurs over the top. Very, very concerning that he couldn't pick them up a trophy. And he's world-class. A lot of the time, you're the best player on the pitch. So I'm judging you as the best player on the pitch. I'm judging you as the world-class player you are. If you're world-class, I'm holding you to world-class standards. And he's failed. Time and time again, he's failed. Constant domestic cup games, whether it's FA Cups, League Cups, whether it's Conference League, whether it's Europa League, even Champions League. When they went out to AC Milan, you're the best player on the pitch over the 180 minutes. Do so. Do so. Yes, Dan, what are you saying, man? You good?
Yo, what's happening, man?
Yeah, man. Bless up. Can you hear, man?
Everyone inside.
You bless. I'm good, man. I'm good, man. Good to have you on, man. What do you want to chat about, fam? The floor is yours.
Come on, G. I see, obviously, the title and that rounding up the season. It's been a flipping good season, if I must say, mate. You know what I mean? Big up Ten Hag. We need to give him his flowers, mate. The bald assassin, fam, man. Like 10.
Talk about it.
Listen, bro. Like, you got to think what he's done, bro. It's his first season, yeah? And he's, like, overachieved, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Like, right, what do you reckon? You reckon he's overachieved?
Fam. Facts. Yeah.
Man's got us in the FA Cup final. Man's got us the Carabao Cup. Man's got us the top 4. You know what I'm saying? Like, what more can you ask for the man's first season? And not only that, he's addressed vital issues at the club, bro. Like, he dealt with the Ronaldo thing quick. You know what I'm saying? He got that sorted.
Mm-hmm.
He, you know what I mean? The thing, he took away the captaincy of Slabbin,
Yep.
stopped playing him and that. You know what I'm saying? So he was doing all the right things that all the fans wanted, bruv.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So he ain't put much of a foot wrong. Obviously, he's made questionable decisions in certain games and that. And initially, like, his subs were a bit weird and that, but he's proven a lot of us wrong, like, with a lot of things. Like, he's the manager, he's the tactician, and ultimately, stuff has panned out in the games where we've questioned, like, right, why is he making this sub or this and that, whatever, and then
Yeah.
look where it's got us, man. So
Facts.
big up Ten Hag, man. I don't feel like he gets the credit he deserves, bro.
Talk about it, fam. I agree with you. Talk about it, man. Let them
You
know.
know what I'm saying? Like, man, think about
I
it. Like, it's
agree.
like, I don't know if it's the media or whatever it is. Like, it's like, because they were hoping his downfall, bruv. Let's not forget
Yep.
when he come in, he's come from the Dutch league and all this shit.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like he just proved everyone wrong. Like, his first season, you gotta give him credit, bruv. Let's, as you say, let's call a spade, bruv.
Let's call a
You
spade
know
a
what I'm
spade.
saying? Man's
Facts.
done his thing, bruv. You need to recognize, man.
Facts.
Like, and
100%.
people just want to hate on Man United, innit, all the time, bruv. They don't want to
Yep.
see us win, man. You know what I'm saying? They want to see us foul and that. But we finally got a guy, man. 10 highs and baldy, mate. You know what I'm saying? So that's the guy, bro. Like, he was, in hindsight, you look at it now, perfect decision. You know what I'm saying? People wanted certain other man to be manager. Like, there was even calls for, like, fucking Southgate and shit like that.
Yeah, that
You're
was
like,
wild.
what?
That was wild.
I need to relax, bruv. You know what I'm saying? With that talk, man. Crazy, but
that's
yeah,
wild.
man.
I forgot about
Pochettino.
that was wild. Yeah. You right.
Yeah, bro. Like, people getting
Forgot
carried
about
away,
that.
but you gotta remember, yeah, like, the class and the background of someone. Look at how Ten Hag, his background, like, who he's worked with, who, you know what I'm saying, who he's played under, who he's played with, and all that. You know what I'm saying? Like, and he's got the pedigree there, man. You know what I'm saying? And I'm happy for him, man. Like, he's proved in his first season where he wants to go, what he wants to do with his team, his squad, and that, and the direction he wants to head in, isn't it? And there's still a lot of area of improvement, but for a first season, it's crazy, man. I'm very happy as a Man United fan.
Facts.
I'm very happy with this season, and it could get even better if we somehow, obviously, get the FA Cup. Then shit, man. Like,
Facts.
even without the FA Cup, it's been a great season, man.
Facts. Agreed. 110%. Nah, I hear you, fam. It's good to hear you in good spirits and, like, on board with it, because I am at a sleeping body who says Messi wouldn't have won a trophy at Spurs. That's lies. The Spurs have won a trophy in 08. What are we doing? Again, I hate this defense of this guy, man. Always the Kane Defense League in the building. If he's world class, let's hold him to world class standards. More often than not, when he's played in them games when Spurs have failed, he's the best player on the pitch. Because let Spurs win a trophy next season, who's getting the majority of the praise? Let Spurs win a Europa League, a Carabao Cup, a FA Cup next season. Harry Kane is getting the majority of the praise. So therefore, when they fail, which they have season in, season out, he's getting the majority of the criticism. Simple as that. But people like you don't want to hold him to them standards. And it's like, oh, let's baby him. You know what I'm saying? Everybody wants to cuddle him and give him the bottle and give him the blanket and say it's okay. Nah, man. This is top level football at the highest level. Top level football. We've criticized better players than Harry Kane. Same way Messi, before he won the World Cup and before he won the Copa America, was criticized about his international record, which was rightfully so. And now all of a sudden he's delivered. Bear in mind, Kane's been in good sides. Let's not do this. Bear in mind, Kane was in a title race against Jamie Vardy and lost. Let's not do this. Against Claudio Ranieri, Leicester City, and Jamie Vardy, and Mahrez and Kante, and lost, and he had the better team. This is not what we're doing, man. And Spurs won a trophy in 2008, for those that don't know. So this whole thing, Spurs can't win a trophy, is nonsense. Because they've won trophies previously. They won a trophy, I think they won a couple of trophies in the 90s, and they won a trophy in the early 2000s as well. Let's not do that. British media wanted Poch at United. I was a fan of Poch. You know what I'm saying? I'm still a fan of Poch. But we got it right with Ten Hag. You know what I'm saying? We got it right with Ten Hag. But I think Poch will do a good job at Chelsea. 110%. But yeah, you lot continue to bump up the likes. But yeah, actually, Dan, let's get your thoughts on it, because we haven't even spoke in a minute. We'll start with the Mason Mount thing. Thoughts?
I'm hearing a lot of people talk about this now. Like, I just thought it was a little, like,
Nah, Ornstein tweeted it, so it's legit. There's legit concrete interest. How much interest I don't know, but there's legit interest. There is interest.
Bro, the sound's gone all mad. Let me rejoin. Sorry, man.
Yeah,
I need to get my headphones in it.
No stress. Oh, good. Dan will be back shortly. Before Dan gets back, let's continue to bump up the likes as well. Yeah, Thomason, man, he should have done left Spurs. That's why I'm not hearing it. But he ain't left Spurs because you know what? That's a safety net. Because it's like if you win, and I've said this before, if Harry Kane wins something at Spurs, it's all hail Harry Kane. He'll take all the praise. If they don't win, then it's not your fault. It's the Spurs tax. It's Daniel Levy. It's players. It's blah blah blah. It's this, that, and the third. That's what it is. You know what I'm saying? That's absolute nonsense. I'm saying, and that, like, let's hold everybody to let's hold world-class players to a world-class standard. That's all I'm asking. That's all I'm asking, because we hold players not as good as him to high standards. Sleeping Buddy, you don't think Kane's a world-class player? No. Is this what you're telling me? You don't think he's world-class? I think he's world-class. So you don't think he's world-class? So if you don't think he's world-class, why are you surprised that I want Benzema over him if you don't think he's world-class? See how people trip themselves up? No, it's that people. Yo, can you hear man now?
Yeah, G.
But no, people know it's this how people. So if he's not world-class, why are you surprised I want Benzema over him? That makes no sense whatsoever. Zero.
What's going on? What's going on in the comments of that? What's the debate with Kane?
Mason Mount. Yo, yeah, go on.
What? I didn't hear what he said, bro. I think you wanted to hear about my thoughts on Mason Mountings. Yeah, bro, Mason Mount. I don't know, bro. Like, if it's a bit weird, I don't know. I don't know if that's the type of profile we need to be looking at. I see it as more of like obviously a replacement for someone like McTominay or something. But at the same time, I don't know. Like, I think the main priority needs to be flipping. I mean, I don't know, man. If Ten Hag sees something in him and could probably try and he sees something that he can get the best out of him, like what he's done with a lot of our players, then cool. Is it just another signing to fill up the English quota, like, and have a certain amount of English players to the team? I don't know, but it's not really the standout name, is it? We should obviously be looking for the top players that like we need. Like, I don't know, like it's a bit weird, isn't it? Like, but I'm not really a huge fan of Mount. Like, I don't see nothing special, you know what I'm saying? It's a bit left field, isn't it?
Yo, what are you saying?
It's a bit left field, isn't it? Like Mount, like it's not really a standout name. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what are we doing? Like, is it like more of a? It's just to replace like a McTominay or something, or like a, I don't know, like.
It's a terrible idea, fam.
Yeah. Why is it a terrible idea?
Because he's washed, fam. That's why he's not a good player. He's that washed is too far. He's average. He's an average player, man. You know what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying. So I'm only thinking you're trying to replace an average player with like another average player. Like, but then I'm like, what's the logic?
What's the logic? Go get a cheaper version. If you are an average player, just go pay 10 million for a midfielder who's young. You know what I'm saying? And to Sleeping Buddy who says Benz is washed. Benz is washed. Okay, whatever you say.
But you always get these links, man, with left field and certain players. We get links with everyone as a.
No. It's because Dennis, who's a Real Madrid fan, he stated and said that it's seeming Benz is not going to sign his new deal. So then I said, then he was like, would you take Benz over Kane? So I was like, yeah, I would take Benz on the free. So then Sleeping Buddy popped up and was like, how are you going to take Kane over Benz? And I'm like, yo, Kane ain't delivered. And then he said, and I was like, because Kane's world class, so I'm holding to world class standards. So he said, who said Kane was world class? So you don't rate Harry Kane and you don't rate Benzema, whatever, innit? You know what I'm saying? We move. Like, yeah, exactly. That's what it is. Exactly. It's like,
exactly.
I don't know what's going on, man. You will just be saying anything. So I'm just like, all right, cool, innit? Benz is washed and Harry Kane is not world class. All right, cool. You know what I'm saying? But go on, carry on, fam. But yeah, I'm not with the Mason Mount thing. No. I'm not with
I'm not with it. Like, it's like, for what? Like, I don't really get it. Like I was saying, we get linked with everyone, Tom, Dick, and Harry. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I think there's something else in it where it's like maybe there's a reason why we're being linked to him. I don't think we're actually in for him.
Oh, you but Ornstein tweet and say it's concrete, and he's a reliable source. David Ornstein. Yeah, Ornstein. He's a credible source. Yeah. I was with you. I was like you when I first heard it. And then later on that day, Ornstein tweeted about it.
What did he say specifically?
He said that Mason Mount's preferred destination is Manchester United, and something that I'm paraphrasing, United like do have interest in him because
Okay, but many players prefer destination is Man United.
Yeah.
Like,
No.
don't be they're gonna say it.
I'm gonna go one further. Ten Hag also because he was at Vitesse when Mason Mount. I mean, when Mason Mount was on loan in Holland at Vitesse, Ten Hag was a fan of him then. So yeah, it's concrete, fam. The interest is concrete.
Like if Ten Hag sees something in him that he feels like he can work with and he can be a useful addition or whatever, because we've seen what he's done with certain players at our club in the team that we've lost hope with and we thought were just write-offs, but he's improved them greatly. So maybe he sees something that we don't see in it. And as the manager of Man United, sometimes it's, you're going to be making some weird decisions that, but then in hindsight, we end up finding out why he's done that, and it'll either work out or it won't. Like, and are you going to trust the manager's decisions? We've been doing it up until now, so it's like I'm not really with it. But if that's what he feels he needs or whatever, then cool. We'll see what happens, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm just not with it. But yeah.
At all. I don't really see what's going on, but then you know what I mean. He's closer to the situation. He's the manager. We'll see. We'll see what it is, isn't it?
It's a terrible idea. What you saying about Declan Rice? Declan Rice, thoughts on that?
Now, obviously, that's more of the type of player you're going to take him over Mount, like in terms of the priorities, like you know what I'm saying, and just in general, like what, like I mean, yeah, bro. Obviously, we need that guy to compete with Casemiro. We need Casemiro cover, and obviously he can start ahead of Casemiro as well, like as a DM and that. So yeah, he can play centre back and that as well. But yeah, he's a good player, man. In general, I just feel like these guys are a bit overhyped though, like these English guys.
Agreed.
Like, to be fair with you, and I think Ten Hag is a lot smarter than just going for the English name. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like he knows other players out there in the world that you can get a lot cheaper, can do the same job, and you know what I'm saying. I'm sure this is all just media talk, man. Like, I don't really believe it, to be honest with you. Because seeing the signings that he's made so far, like guys like Malacia and that, I'm thinking, nah.
Go get a Malacia-esque version of a midfielder. Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Yeah, like I don't see him going for the common theme, like the common names and that. Like I feel like he's got the capabilities, and like next season, man, like I don't know if we get the Qatar takeover and that, we'll have money to splash on that, but I feel like, he can just utilize the money better and just unearth some players as well at the same time. But at the same time, if that's, whatever he wants, he can go for, man. He's got the money behind him, and I'm not going to say no to Rice, you know what I'm saying?
I hear you. I think like I'm with you in agreement in terms of Rice. Like, yes, he would be like a good addition. I just think there's better options. You know what I'm saying? I think there's better options for less money. That's what it is. They're talking about 80, 90, 100 M's for Rice.
Well, this is what I'm saying. The price that they're quoting and that, it's like, it don't really, you know what I'm saying? You're right. Like, so that's why I just feel like it's fueled by the hype and the English tax and media. It's just like, nah, man, like, come on.
Because if it's 80, 90, 100 M's there, you better be a difference maker. I'm not hearing that, you need such and such next to you. Like, I'm expecting 80, 90, or 100 million pound worth of difference in the side. I don't think that's Rice, people. I think he's a good player. I could be wrong. He might actually get to Manchester United and he could improve and kick on. I just think at the moment, he's a good player and that's it. I don't think he's a very good player. I don't think he's an exceptional player. I don't look at Rice and go, yeah, you are top-notch, top quality. I think he's a good player and that's it. But that's good player money. That's good player money. Like, that's just me, though. That's just me. Emma says, I do see why Ten Hag would like the type of player Mount is, though, but I also prefer someone that isn't Mount. Yeah, facts. I'd also prefer someone that isn't Mount. Like, if you're gonna go get that profile of player who's a runner, energetic, go get the best in class. Like, that's Casado. Go spend that money and go sign Casado because he does everything Mount does off the ball, and he's better on the ball. And he's better off the ball as well. He's better overall. All the physicality, the strength, the pace, the power, the running, all of that he can do. And then also we can get on the ball and play. So if you're going to do that, just go Brighton and get Casado, for example, people. Really lost. But what are you saying about the striker department as well? Obviously, Harry Kane's been
Oh
mentioned.
man.
Thoughts? We'll start with Harry Kane, actually.
Well, everyone knows, obviously, like, bruv, like, I just can't wait until we actually have like promising strikers again that are not fucking 35 plus and that, like, and just, you know what I'm saying? We've had the Zlatans, the Falcaos, and all these man, and like, you want to go back to the times when we had like,
Mm.
you know, 4 quality strikers we can rotate and that. Do you know what I'm saying? Sheringham, York, Cole. You know what I'm saying? Like, we have Berbatov, Rooney, like Tevez, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, now we're barely scraping by with one freaking striker. Like, it's
We ain't got one
crazy.
full. We
And
ain't
this
got
is
one
another
full
reason why
striker.
Ten Hag has done miracles, because I forgot to mention
Mm.
that as well. This guy hasn't even had a recognized striker, bro, for the whole season. And look what
Yeah,
he's done. It's nuts, blood. That's why he's
facts,
overachieved. How can you have no striker, yeah,
facts.
recognized strikers, yeah, and striker, and you get to FA Cup final, like you get to secure top 4, and look how hard the league is as well, man. This league's not easy, bro. Like, man's done it without a striker, bro.
Yeah, man.
Like, you know
Word
how
to
mad
say,
that
man.
is?
Ain't easy. You know what I'm saying?
Ain't easy, bro. Like,
Ain't
it's
easy.
mad, bro. It's actually nuts, bro. Like, it's crazy. So yeah, everyone and their nan knows we need a freaking striker, bro. Like, and
We
I'm
strikers, fam. Strikers.
strikers, bruv. We need at
Yes,
least
bro.
3, bruv.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's three. I
I would
agree.
say, look, get a young guy like that Highland guy or whatever he's called.
Yeah.
He looks
Mhm,
decent, like a promising
mhm,
guy. Get an up and coming guy, and then
mhm.
get a certified
Langman.
striker. Yeah, Lengman.
Mhm.
That's about it. That everyone knows. Boom, get him, and then yeah, get something a bit different, unorthodox maybe, and then you got like 3 strikers there. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, that's-
so yeah, man. But this talk of Kane, like, in my opinion, I'm past Kane, man. Like, I'm past it, man. This guy's injury prone. He's getting on
Talk
now.
about it,
Of
fam. Before you
Well, it's just
continue,
facts,
just
innit?
hold that thought, fam. Hold that thought. Big up to Lewis. Big up everyone who just joined from the raid. Everyone talking about Mason Mount in the chat. Shut up. But yeah, large up
Oh
everyone that's
shit.
locked in. Make sure you hit the like button. Everyone who's just joined from the raid, hit the like button, subscribe, all that good stuff, all that stuff. Yeah, like I said, let's bump up the likes. There's now over 180 of you lot in the building. Let's get up to 60 likes, people. Yeah, go on, fam. Back in one sec. Karen talking about you lot get your questions in. Keep them Manchester United related, of course. If you got any Mason Mount questions, cool. But yeah, go on, fam. Carry on talking about Kane. I'm back in one sec.
Yeah, big up to everyone from the raid and that. Love to everyone in the chat, as always. Yeah, man. I was just breaking down my thoughts on the striking department at United, man. Obviously, we all know we need some strikers. Like, we've been scraping by with freaking Weghorst and that, and flipping inconsistent, injury prone Martial. Like, who's outstayed his welcome. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. Like, Kane, top player. Do you know what I'm saying? But he's he's getting on now, injury prone. We need to be looking at, guys that are coming up, like, that are on the cusp of, do you know what I'm saying, reaching that top level, that is still at a nice ripe age, like good age. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm past Kane, man. I don't know about you lot in the chat, but like, allow it, man. Like, why we don't need to be going for guys like that, to be honest with you. Like, what's the direction we're trying to head in? You know what I'm saying, look at Ten Hag's signings that he's made so far. They're not older guys and that. We're trying to, look to the future and that. I don't think Kane is the future. Kane is right now, literally, and I don't see him. Like, how many seasons do you not reckon he's got left in him at top level, and he's not gonna injuries gonna catch up with him and that. No, I don't know, man. I don't know, man. Question marks there, man. You know what I'm saying, one of the healthiest Spurs players. Yeah, cool, but it's like Kane's not injury prone. He's not been that injured. Okay, I don't trust Kane to be able to play to handle the pressure that comes with playing for us when he's been at Spurs so long. What he's saying. Yeah, I hear that. I hear that, man. You know what I'm saying? It's a whole different kettle of fish. And we've seen it with many players that have come to Man United, you know what I'm saying, where they can't handle the pressure. I think Sancho is one of them right now, to be honest with you. It's very hard, man. It's a whole different thing, man. It's too much pressure at a club like Man United, you know what I'm saying? You either got it or you don't. Like, and then you see certain players will come United, they'll flop to an extent, and then they'll go to other teams and just flourish, like, because it's just one of those things. Like, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. You know what I'm saying? Remember guys like Forlan and that. Like, as soon as they left, they were just on a madness. He's worth it though. I mean, if money's not an option, you know what I'm saying? We get taken over. It's like you're not gonna say no, but at the same time, you want to look to the future, innit? If you get Kane, just make sure you're getting like 3 other strikers that are young. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, don't just get Kane. Like, we need more than that. To be fair with you. You know what I'm saying? Days when we had the heavy rotation in the striking department. That's what we need, especially if you want to compete. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you want to compete for everything. You want to challenge for everything. Like, we've scraped by without a striker, and look what we've done this season. It's mad. But we can't keep relying on that. We can't keep relying on Ten Hag to do miracles, man. He's got his hands tied behind his back, man. That's why he's done so well this season. And I have full backing and faith in Ten Hag, man. Because what he's done is crazy. We need to give him more credit. I can't see why United fans look down on Harry Kane. Not exactly had any great strikers. No, it's not. It's not even looking down on it. Like, we all know Harry Kane's a top player. Do you know what I'm saying? But we want to look to the future as well. Like, I think it's a lot harder as well because these days there's not that many recognized, like, certified strikers that can guarantee you stuff. I feel like with Kane, he's gonna guarantee you. You know what I'm saying? What we're looking for. Like, he's gonna guarantee you the goals and that. And with the others, you're taking kind of a little risk with other certain guys that haven't played in the Premier League, like Osimhen, for example. Like, he's smashing it in Italy, but it's like, can he do the same thing in England? With Kane, he's proven. But then we've seen it, you know what I'm saying? We've seen guys that have been proven and they've come and flopped. And then we've seen guys from other leagues that have come and just smashed it. So you never really know. So I'd be happy with Kane or Benzema. Of course, man, because we've been starving for freaking strikers, man. Like, Kane or Benzema, like, come on, man. Like, 10 times better than what we currently have. Like, I'm not going to say no, are we? Is Kane going to sacrifice his own personal records and rewards for the team? I doubt he's not really.
Yes, fam. Bless for holding it
I'm
down.
too seasoned.
Large up, everyone. Bye, go on, fam.
Yeah, no, I was just reading some of the comments and that, and just replying
cool.
and that. Obviously, with the whole striking thing.
Oh,
like obviously, we're not going to turn down Kane. You know what I'm saying? But it's like we need. If we're getting him, we also need like more strikers as well.
Fact. Oh yeah. It can't just be him. You know what I'm saying? We can't just sign one. Whether it's Kane, like someone met True Blue here mentioned Osimhen. We need more than one. Whoever it is, like you said just earlier, it has to be. You know what I'm saying? Certified number 9, whoever that is. Back up to that. You know what I'm saying? Someone would say between the ages of like 19 and 22, and then backing up that like a teenager or something, like a Garnacho. Go get somebody for 400, 500k or something like that. You know what I'm saying? That's unknown. You can just be third choice. Because Martial ain't it, can't stay fit anyway, and doesn't look the same. Vegas is gonna go back. So we literally have 0 strikers. Or if you want to say Martial, cool, 1. We got 1 striker. Not only is he not good enough, number 2, he can't stay fit. We know this. He's only just got fit and available for an extended period of time recently. So yeah, man, I don't know what It's all mad.
Tired, bro.
But yeah, to this True
Tired.
Blue says, it's Osimhen worth the risk? 130 million you'll have to drop to get in big risk. Yes, but we're not in a position of power. We have to be taking risks. This is why I would take Neymar. For all the cons there is to taking Neymar, and I hear it. Availability, injury prone. Could he get used to the league? Here, all of these things, his temperament, does he want to be here? We're not negotiating from a position of power. We're really not at all.
You would take Neymar, yeah?
Yeah, on loan, yes, absolutely. Yes.
On loan.
I would take on loan, yeah. Because here's how I look at it. If people are looking at cons, and if it goes wrong, I hear that. I'm not even against it. They're not even wrong, in particular the injury record and the availability. But what happens if it goes right? If it goes right, we have the best number 10 in the league. If it goes right, he's arguably, all right, maybe you want to say Haaland, well, wherever you rate him, but if it goes right, we have top 2 attackers in the league. You think I'm wrong? Neymar is best. Do you think there's a better attacker in the Premier League currently? What are you saying?
Yeah, man. Like you said,
No,
man.
I'm asking
risk,
you though. It's a risk, but I'm saying if Neymar at his best, do you think there's a better attacker currently right now in the Premier League?
Attacker in general.
Yeah, attacker. So yeah, attacker in general. So number 10, a wide player or a striker.
He's up there, isn't it? He's going to be top.
You see what? That's the point I'm making. Is he's top 3 if you get it right. Can we afford in the position we're in to turn down someone who's potential top 3 on loan?
No, not on loan, no.
This is my point. That's where I'm at with it. You know what I'm saying? That's my personal. That's why I would take it. Before we're going to get your thoughts on it, Dan, let me just get to the super chat. Big up King Juice, who says, big up from the States. I'm very proud of Ten Hag getting the best out of his squad. He has to be back to 100%. It's too many games and top class midfielders / defenders. Personally, I want Enzo. Is that Lafi? Casado, and I've never even heard of Maxime or Steve. Obviously, Enzo Fernandez he's at Chelsea. I've never heard of the second guy you mentioned. Casado I would take, and I've never heard of the fourth guy you've mentioned either. So I can't even comment, apart from Casado. But King Juice, big up for the super chat. I don't know if you've heard of any of these guys apart from Casado.
Now, what is he talking about? Different Enzo, or because he said
I'm guessing it's I don't know. Maybe it's a different Enzo, but I don't know of another Enzo. But I don't know unless he's talking about the Enzo that went Chelsea. I don't know. King,
ain't that Zidane's son or something? Enzo. What is Zidane's son? Enzo Zidane.
I don't know. I'm unsure. I don't know. I don't know either. You know what I'm saying? I really don't know. I'm unsure. King Juice, big up for this super chat, says on loan, I'm taking Neymar all day, every day. But we need midfield to protect him because essentially you have to carry him, but he's worth carrying. Yeah. Oh, he's talking about Enzo Lafi. He's a good talent in the French league. All right, first. Yeah, I've never watched him, never heard of him, so I can't even comment on him. But in regards to this, yeah, King Juice, it can't just be Neymar alone. That's what it is. Same way it couldn't just be Harry Kane alone, or it can't just be one player alone. We need multiple players. Whoever we sign, it can't just be one. It can't just be Declan Rice.
I'm not the biggest fan of Neymar, to be honest with you, but obviously I'm going to take him on loan. I just feel like same reasons like what you're saying. I don't know, man. Like actually, I don't know. Again, it's a risk in it, but you have to take the risk in it. So I don't know. Ability-wise, he's cold, innit? But it's just everything that comes with it, innit? I'm just not really. He just annoys me
what it is.
As a person, like.
And that's why. And I hear all the risks because people are saying, "Oh, Neymar is a bad idea." I hear it, but you got to run that risk.
Same with when they talk about Mbappe, innit? Like,
you run the risk. This is Kylian Mbappe. Same way for those that are old enough. Obviously, I know some of you lot in the world. When we signed Eric Cantona, he was sold to us as a problem. Very similar to this, actually. Very similar to this type of situation. Eric Cantona was sold, and we bought him from Leeds, who had the ups, and they sold him to us as a problem. Yes, Cantona was walking into a different situation. He was walking into a better situation with better players, with a better manager, with a better setup. But my point is, I'm a risk taker. If we gonna catch Manchester City, I'm looking at what could happen if it goes right. People keep looking at it as the glass half. You know what I'm saying, half empty. I'm looking at it like half full. That's my thought process on this. We are chasing down Manchester City. We need to close the gap. We need to close that gap, and I'm running a risk. I'm running a risk, 110%. with a Neymar. Of course. Like on loan as well. It's not even a fee. It's not even like you're spending 200 million for him and paying his wages. Like you're getting him for free because it's a loan, and then you negotiate a deal with PSG. Bear in mind he wants to leave as well. You know what I'm saying? In that, like, this is not what we're doing, like whatsoever. And hey, if you lot disrespect, you will be blocked. Simple as that. I mean, this is not what we do.
You're not allowed to say cast anymore, yeah?
No. It's not even that. Like, you just don't need to say like if man disagreed with something you said, go back at, you know what I'm saying, what you said, poke holes in your argument. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm just curious. What did I say that you disagree with, my friend?
Nah, it's gone, man. I'm not having that. You know what I'm saying? In that, I'm not having.
Oh shit, man. At least let me hear what.
No?
What is?
Nah, I'm sorry, I'm not having that, man. Just because then that sets up. Then other people think they can just get away with saying that type of stuff. Like, yo, if man could have just come through respectful and be like, yo, I disagree with this, and the third. People get to know. You don't need to start to go in personal. Absolutely not. You know what I'm saying.
Well, bro, you know me. I don't care.
I know you don't care. Yeah. I know you don't care. I'm saying that shit bothers me, and I don't like that.
Let the haters hate and watch the money pile up, man.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. If the hater, then the hater, watch the money pile up. Go on.
Yeah. But yeah, he's definitely King Juice. Back to this before I get again. Appreciate both super chats. He's definitely worth carrying, but you just need to add to the team. 110%. Neymar doesn't stop the other additional pieces that are needed. He doesn't stop the fact we need a striker or a midfielder or the others. Like, he doesn't stop that. But I'm running the risk because if you get him right, which could happen, you got one of the best players in Europe. You have one of the best players on the planet if it gets right. So why am I not running the risk? I'm sorry. We're not Manchester City inside the top, and we can afford to not try and rock the boat. You gotta run risk, man. Scared money don't make no money.
Everything's a risk, innit, man? Everything. Yeah. Getting Ten Hag was a risk. Like.
True.
So you just gotta weigh it up.
Yeah, having Kane up top will guarantee at least 20 to 25 goals in the Premier League alone for the next at least 3 years. These kind of numbers could win United the league. You don't need a striker who scores 20, 25 goals to win the league, though. Outside of this season, who's the last number 9 to score? City won the league without having a striker scoring 20, 25 goals. Liverpool won it under Firmino without scoring 20, 25 goals. So once in like the past, 4 or 5 years, we've seen a striker do that. So you don't need that. Obviously, it helps, but you don't need that with Harry Kane. Harry Kane definitely scores goals, without doubt. But I'm just not with it because of his profile. Do you think Rashford drops in form if a Kane comes in this season? Rashford has been the main guy and he's performed. Last season, you had CR7. No, I don't think Rashford's form drops. I think Kane is the perfect type of attacker that Rashford would thrive with. Same way Son does. Because Rashford's very similar to Son. Like, they're attributes in what they're good at, running in behind. And Kane can drop off deep and find passes. Harry Kane's, we know that he can do that. I just don't want my striker doing that. That's on my number 10 and my 2 midfielders to be doing. I want a striker who's up the pitch, who can run in behind. Don't bring me, again, I always say this, people, it's a pace and power game, man. It's athletes. Don't bring me no non-athletic, slow attacking players. I was there when we played Chelsea on, what day was it? On Thursday. And because of where I was sat, for those that don't know where I was sat just off the halfway line, and I was high up, so I can see the whole pitch. And I'm like, yeah, everything I've been saying about pace and power and being athletic is correct. Because it, like, the difference between when Sancho and Anthony was on, Rashford subbed on and Garnacho subbed on was night and day. Just having players who can run in behind and spin. It's athletes, man. That's not Kane. I'm watching it and I'm like, Mason Mount don't fix this at all. Harry Kane, would he be a good addition? Yes, but I'm just not with it. I'm sorry. I'm not. Oh, what it means, it looks like Rashford embraces being the main guy and taking that pressure. If a bigger name comes in, does that affect him? No, I don't think it does affect him. But if it does, then you're not built for Manchester United. Even though I do disagree. I think Rashford can thrive next to other top players. But if you can only thrive when there's not another top player beside you, you're not built to be at Manchester United.
Yeah, iron sharpens iron, man.
Yes.
Like you said, bro, if you ain't got the iron minerals, then you're not meant for Man United, bro. So it can only make Rashford's game better than other players.
Absolutely. Still over 100 of you lot in the building. Big up. Let's get this up to 70 likes, though. Let's get this up. Oh, you Chelsea clowns, you were in there talking about Mason Mount, Manchester Minerals, innit? From Lewis's stream. Make sure you hit the like button and hit the subscribe before you start trolling, you jokers. You know what I'm saying? And to anyone who wants Mason Mount, notice that's his own fan base talking about him. And he don't even start for them. My head is still hot. I'm still unhappy about that.
All
Head
right,
is still hot.
relax, man. Don't worry, man.
No. I can't relax. No, that's worry. That's worry time, fam. Because
I
someone
don't
said
believe
earlier.
it, man. It's not true.
I hope you're right, man. I hope you're right. Because someone said earlier, oh, Ten Hag, and I can't remember who it was. So please, if you can repeat the comment, said, oh, if Ten Hag wants him, get him in. No, you don't just back a manager blindly. I have full faith in Ten Hag, 110%, but you don't just back a manager blindly. Look at Liverpool, for example. They signed Mane and Salah. You know who Klopp wanted? Goetze and Julian Brandt. Now, if they would have signed Goetze and Julian Brandt, would they have had the success that they had? Probably not. Look at what Salah's done, and look at what he continues to do. Look at what Mane done in his time here. Look at what look at what those two players did and have done for Liverpool. So it's not always, and Klopp's their most successful manager in the modern day era, without doubt. But you don't just back a manager blindly, not in the slightest. No, you have to push back. Don't give a manager full control. Better managers than Ten Hag have got things wrong. I've watched Fergie get things wrong. I've watched Mourinho get things wrong. We've watched Pep get things wrong and sign the wrong players.
Fergie's had some stinkers, man. Jesus.
Not old enough. You know Fergie's had some bad ones, and he's the GOAT. So if the GOAT can get things wrong, Ten Hag can get things wrong. Kisa says Mount would cook for you guys. Press machine. You keep him then. You know what I'm saying? If you cook for us, you lot keep him. Hiroshi says, hi, Flawless. Been busy with uni, so couldn't tune in for a while. Hope you're blessed, though. He says, hope everything is good. Same to you. Question, what is your thoughts on Maddison now that Leicester are relegated? Eriksen surely isn't a 38-game guy. I've been, because Hiroshi, you've not been around for a minute. I've been an advocate for Maddison for yonks now. I've been talking about it on this platform for months. Go and sign him. Whether Leicester got relegated or not, go and sign him. But now Leicester have been relegated, it makes it even easier. But I wouldn't sign him as the Eriksen replacement. I'd get him instead of Bruno. Let him compete for Bruno with that number 10 role. 100. I've been a fan of Maddison. Ticks all the boxes. Eye test, stat test, takes set pieces, Premier League proven. What more do you need? 110%. And for all you Mount lot, he fits the quota as well because he's English. Ticks all the boxes. What are you saying about Maddison, fam?
Yeah, I hear you. I hear what you're saying. But again, I feel like we need to be looking bigger and better than that. You know what I'm saying? But I understand the position that we're looking at, like the position he plays. I don't know who else would be. I mean, obviously Premier League proven and that. Like, I wouldn't say no, but it's not really a standout. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, it's kind of in a similar bracket as Mount, sort of thing for me. But hey ho, what do I know?
Man said he's Mount. You know what I'm saying? That is crazy.
No, I never said he's Mount. I'm saying it's in the same bracket in terms of the name. Like I don't know, man. I know you're a big fan of Maddison, but I don't see nothing crazy special about him. But I'll take him. Like, you know what I'm saying. But that's just me, innit?
Like I'm not. And Takisu says Flawless is a Mount hater, but fair enough. I would take Maddison over Mount. So I'm a hater, and you take Maddison over Mount. Is that your club, and you don't want to keep him? What are we doing here? You're not advocating for keeping him. See, these people try to tell me, oh, why don't you want Mount? But nobody wants him. And then act surprised why I don't want him. Because no, I've not heard no fans say, yeah, get me Mount. Chelsea fans don't want to keep him. None of you lot are here trolling. Like, this is not what we're doing. Go watch Chelsea versus Manchester City Champions League final. Mount, yeah, 2 years ago. 2 years ago. What's he done for me lately? Can't get in the team. And if he stays at Chelsea, he don't start for you lot. So this is not what we're doing. Like I said, if he's that good, you lot keep him. There's a reason you lot don't want to pay him whatever it is he wants. What is it, 250K a week he wants or something? Or whatever? Because he's not that good. That's why. Mount. If we sign Mount, we finished. I'm saying you might as well just write off next season if we sign Mount.
Nah, I wouldn't go that far.
We finished.
That's a write off next season.
Just right.
What if we get Mount plus a bag of other quality guys? Like, then it's like, cool.
Who? But then it's just a waste because it's like that quality guy could be the guy to take us over the top.
I mean, I wouldn't write off the whole of the season just because we signed Mount. But
yeah, I would. You know what I'm saying? Because it lets me know where we're at. He don't improve us. Does he improve our first team?
Not the first team.
So we signing him for them.
I told you to be.
What are we signing him for then? You know
to be the squad to replace the squad player.
Yo, we can just get a youth player to do that. What the fuck we doing, man? What is going on? What's going on? I'm like, all right, you like ain't serious. See, look, Timo in here chatting shit. You know what I'm saying? Timo, if he's that good, you lot keep him in it. That's what I keep saying. If he's that good, you lot keep him. No one's here advocate. No one's sad. Because if these lot were selling Reece James to us, it'd be a different conversation. What are we doing? Who said youth? Mason Mount is 24. 24 is not youth, my friend. 24 years old.
This guy's getting good with the trolling, isn't it? That's what it is.
Yeah, Timo. Yeah, he said youth. Yeah, it's like youth. What's youth? He's going, bro. Oh yeah, I have an insider. Yeah. Like your insider when you said Potter was getting sacked and it didn't happen. Inside your sources.
Insider, yeah.
You don't know these fake ITKs. You know what I'm saying? Mount is better than Sabitzer. I don't want Sabitzer either. Keezer. I don't want Sabitzer either. Like, what we doing here? Sabitzer don't bring me players who improve our first team. I've said upgrade on Ericsson, upgrade on Bruno. And then get a backup to Cass as well, which is not Mason Mount because he don't do that role. He's not a DM. Like, what we doing there? I say, people, just look at the chat. That's all I gotta say. Look at the own Chelsea fans in the chat talking about him. Nobody wants this guy. United fans, Arsenal fans, Liverpool fans. I don't hear anybody jumping up and down saying, oh yeah, bring me Mount. I'll take him if you get other players. Or I'll take him as a squad player. What kind of shit is that? Bear in mind, he's in the last year of his deal as well. They're talking 55 million. This is bad business. Upgrade to Ericsson. All right, okay. All right, Timo. Whatever you say. You say you the Timo Werner stand, so you know I ain't paying attention to what you say. Because you rate Timo Werner and Kai Havertz, so this is not what we're doing. Before we close out, continue to bump up the likes, people. We're at 63 likes. Get us up to 70 likes, people. Get us up to 70 likes. Have we had any new subscribers as well? Are you not even subscribing? What's going on? Oh, yeah, you lot have been big up. We're at 6,512. 3 more. Get us to 6,515. Get your final few questions in. Of course, if you super chat, we'll get straight to it as well. So that's not unnecessary. It needs to be known that we've got the Timo Werner stand telling me about Mason Mount. I'm not listening to your talent ID. Asensio is officially leaving Real Madrid because despite his numbers, 12 goals off the bench, he isn't offered game time. He prefers to play behind the striker. Would you take him, Flawless? No, I wouldn't take Asensio. No. We're going to go get someone from Real Madrid, go get Camavinga or Tchouaméni. That's who that is.
Jesus.
Yeah. What does Ten Hag see in Mount? Tactical discipline, covers the ground, energetic. That's what he said in the reports. That's what he liked about him. All off the ball shit. You know what I'm saying? You just Bruno Fernandes who's English. But anyway, FA Cup final. But I might not talk to you before the FA Cup final. Dan, thoughts?
I'm sure we'll talk, but yeah, man.
Yeah,
it's a big one, isn't it?
Yep,
it's a bloody bigger, isn't it? We need to stop them from getting the fucking treble, mate. Like this is the biggest game of the season, bro. Like, so I'm looking forward to it, but at the same time, it's flipping nervous, isn't it? It's like, bro, like, but obviously, it's a one-off game. You know what I'm saying? Man City being flying and that. We need to stop them in their tracks, man. Like, this is Man United, bruv. We can't allow them. No matter how much, like, obviously, we know Man City are just miles ahead at the moment. But it's like, this is a final, man. This is derby, like, game. You know what I'm saying? This is big rivals. Like, we have to go out there and give it all. You know what I'm saying? Like what Ten Hag was saying in his little speech or whatever. These players need to be up for it.
Thanks.
You know what I'm saying? They need to show what they're made of, man. I know we ain't got a fully fit, you know, we ain't got Martinez. You know what I'm saying? It's a big loss. Like, it's big, very big loss, man. Like, and I've got a bit more confident leading up to it. At first I was like, oh shit, man, we ain't got no chance. But now it's like, okay, seeing, you know, Man City, I know they lost or whatever, but they're still quality, you know what I'm saying? I hate saying it, whatever, but it is what it is, you know what I'm saying? But there's always a chance, man. Like, we can do something, do you know what I'm saying? And because I mean, to be honest, it's looking like, you know what I'm saying, they're gonna win Champions League. So we have to stop them, man. Like, we can't allow them to win the treble. Like, you know what I'm saying? Only we were allowed to do that. Like, they can't do it, man. We have to stop them. So let's get behind them, man. We can do it, man. Fuck them.
How would you line up?
Fucking hell, bro. I don't even know, you know. How would you line up? I don't even know, man.
I've spoken on this how we beat them in the game at Old Trafford. I'd line up with that
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
That's how I go with the goalkeeper back
Same,
four,
man.
the midfield three. You know what I'm saying? Of Casemiro, Fred, Eriksson, play Bruno. You know what I'm saying, from one of the wings, and then like debate between Rashford, Sancho, Martial. Obviously, Rashford will play. What's the question?
What is Anthony injured or what? Like, what's going on?
He's 50-50. That's what someone said in the chat. You know what I'm saying? Someone said he's 50-50, but I'd still have him on the bench just as an option. Him, Garnacho off the bench, and then decide between whether it's Sancho or Martial with Bruno or Rashford in the front three. Because even you mentioned Martinez. Last time we played these, Martinez was on the bench and we won. He didn't play. He was sure. I think he was sure of Varane. So that could be the only difference. Whereas it's Lindelof. Well, I'm hoping he don't go 4-2-3-1 because we'll get packed. If he just goes there with Casemiro and Eriksson and Bruno as like a midfield three, or it's Casemiro, Fred, and Bruno. No, we need to play three midfielders and play Bruno wide right, 100%. Or play Bruno from one of the wings so he could invert and just be a spoiler. Energy. This is his time. And that's what I'd say about it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, we need to try and stop them from winning the treble, and hopefully Inter Milan could do the business. Do I see any of those things happening? It's going to be tough.
It's going to be tough, but it's a one-off. It's one game, you know what I'm saying? It's a final. So anything can happen, man.
Yep, that's true. Big up Rio 24 says, yo, flawless, not new here, just first time commenting. Hey, big up, man. He says, I think Ten Hag likes Mount because he whipped up the Dutch league with Vitesse on loan. Would it be my preference either, but I trust Ten Hag. I trust Ten Hag, just not with this. I can't. This is the only strong link we've had to a player like recently where I go, I'm not with it whatsoever. Like Kane, I can hear it. Rice, I can hear it. Kim Min Jae, who else we've been linked with? Frimpong. Like all of them I hear. Even the goalkeepers we've been linked with. Cool. This I'm not with at all. Yep. I see no benefit to it whatsoever. There's zero positives apart from you hear the quota. So like I said when I was on Terrace, and I said before, he's just a token black man. I know he's not black, but you get the point I'm making, people. Man, just ticking the box. It's like, we need a black guy to fill the quota at workplaces, so just go get random black guy because he's black. Forget his skill set. Forget if he's qualified to do the job. Just go get him. That's what Mount is. It's the only benefit. People telling me about quotas, so we just hit a tick in a box. That's it.
What the fuck, man? If you're gonna do that, if you are gonna do the quota thing, then just
quality English player. Yes,
like
Kane.
Yeah, if you're gonna do that,
trying to do that, go get a Madison. You know what I'm saying? Go get someone who's going like, cool. Like I'm not with it. So yeah, Rio's 2-4s. I hear you, and I don't get mistaken. I'm not Ten Hag out. In the manager, I still trust. And if we were to sign him out, I'm like, all right, cool. Let's see how this works out. But I just think it's a terrible signing. I see no benefits, zero. And normally I'm the one who's always like, I can see why this maybe work and and all this type of stuff. And Takisa says, no, I'm not backing my manager with this. I'm not backing something I don't believe in. I'm not blind. I'm not blind like that. I'm not blind to faith. I don't have blind faith in anybody. No, I don't back someone blindly. No, that's not me. I can't do that.
But or he might come and just do a madness. You never know, like.
yeah, sure, innit? You know what I'm saying? Facts. You know what I'm saying?
You never know, bro.
I'm gonna wake up and there's just gonna be 2 randomly in my bank account as well. You never know, innit? You know what I'm saying? Mistake by the bank, innit? Yeah, for real. Might wake up and just go outside and there's just a wallet with a load of money in it. You know what I'm saying? Never know. You know what I'm saying? It could happen, man. You know what I'm saying? Might look out my window and see pigs flying, fam. You know what I'm saying? You never know, man.
Maybe.
You know what I'm saying? Maybe, man. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe.
You would, you never know. You know what I'm saying? Might get a letter through and they're like, you're a wizard. I need to go to Hogwarts. You never know. You know what I'm saying?
You're a wizard, Harry.
Hagrid might show up in my yard. You know what I'm saying? Maybe. And tell me I'm a wizard.
You're a wizard, Flawless. You're a wizard.
Yeah. Maybe. You know what I'm saying? Isn't that? Nonsense, man. It's fucking hell. Oh my God.
I said fucking hell.
I can believe Ten Hag thinks Mouse a decent midfielder. We can get a better midfielder. That's my thing. Big up Joseph for the super chat. Says, I'm tired of in Ten Hag you trust. If Ten Hag wants him talking points, man wants Martin, also wants the hair to stay. I'm pissed, Martin the hair. Joseph, big up for the super chat. And I know you're pissed because you dropped money to say, yo, you're pissed about it. So
I dropped a cave. Like, I don't know what currency that is, but
nah, it's I'm not sure what currency it is. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's 1K, but it only don't translate to like a K in British pounds, in it.
No, I know.
A grand, but yo, Joseph, I'm with you. I don't back any man. I didn't back Fergie blindly. I don't back no manager blindly. Fuck all that. You know what I'm saying? What do I look like? Not in the slightest. That's just silly. That's not true. You don't really love the club if that's the case. If you believe so. You really don't. But yeah, Joe said big up. And yeah, I'm with this. Oh shit, I forgot about the De Gea talking point. So we'll talk about that before we close out as well. But yeah, in Ten Hag I trust, and if Ten Hag wants him, I'm not with that. I got my own eyes and my own brain. Does Ten Hag know more than me? Absolutely. He's much more knowledgeable about this situation than I am. However, managers better than him have called things wrong. And I've been like, this makes no sense. And I've been spot on. I.e., Cristiano Ronaldo, prime example. You know what I'm saying? Prime example of what I'm talking about. All the pundits, all them people who are much more knowledgeable than me said, this is a great signing for Manchester United. We're going to do this, that, and the third.
Flawless, have you ever been wrong?
Yes.
When have you been wrong?
Plenty of times. I get more things wrong than I get right when it comes to this football team. 110%. Yeah, more things wrong. I was wrong about this season. I never thought we'd finish. Someone would have said you'll finish third and win a cup. I would have said no chance. Someone would have said you'll win one cup and you'll reach both domestic cup finals. I would have said no chance. Not a prayer. Someone would have said Rashford would have had a 30 goal a season and played this well and had the best season of his life. I would have told you no chance. Someone would have said Luke Shaw could play in a back four as a left-sided centre back. I would have told you no chance. I was wrong on all these things.
That's why Mount might come in and pigs might fly. You know what I'm saying?
No, absolutely not. No. You know what I'm saying? Because when I'm this confident on something, I'm like, I'm not having it. I'm this confident. You know what this is? This is Cristiano Ronaldo all over again. This is Cristiano Ronaldo all over again. This is the same shit. I'm confident. I stand on this. When you say I've ever been wrong, yes, I get more things wrong than I get right. All right, Kisa, if he's that good, you lot keep him then. This is my point. You don't want him. You know what I'm saying? People trying to sell him to me. You don't want him at your football club. What are we doing here? And you man are 12th.
Let's not do that.
Thoughts on that? They are 12th. Thoughts on our captain for next season? I'm not sure. Probably Martinez, Casemiro will probably get it. But De Gea. Someone
you scared to say Bruno, blood?
It could be Bruno. I don't put too much stock. I don't put too much stock on captaincy.
Nah.
I'm not fussed. You know what I'm saying? I'm not fussed. What are you saying?
What am I saying about captain?
De Gea. Want him to stay, want him to leave. What are we saying?
David De Gea. Roy Keane said some interesting stuff about him, innit? I don't know if you saw that.
I missed it, Nana. What did
he was just like ripping him. He was just like, yeah, like basically just not the guy. Like, you need to get rid of him type shit.
What do you think, though?
It's like, right. What I think De Gea is a good keeper. He's been a good keeper for us, but I think his time is sort of numbered now at United, especially given how Ten Hag wants to play and stuff and what he wants. Don't feel like he has much faith in De Gea to give him what he wants in terms of play style and playing at the back and all that. And like as a keeper, obviously he's looking for something else. So not to say that De Gea is shit or anything, because he's not shit. Like clearly, like man's won the flipping what's the name, Golden Glove, or whatever. And he's, you know what I'm saying. So it's like, but he's just in terms of going forward and progression, natural progression that we want and the direction we're heading. I can understand why another keeper would be more beneficial if we get the right keeper to come in to replace him. So, yeah, man, personally, I feel like if you can, obviously replace him at this point. But it is hard, man. It's easier said than done. Obviously, the transition period for a keeper is very hard. Look when De Gea first come in and he had to settle in and that, and it was very hard for him. You know what I'm saying? And it took a bit of a transition. We've had many keepers over time that have been like transition keepers, and we found it hard at times to get it right. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you remember before, what's his name, Van der Sar, and that we were going through a couple keepers, I think. And
yeah, we did. In between from Schmeichel to Van der Sar and Van der Sar to De Gea, we did.
Yeah, 110%. Yeah. So it's hard. So I don't know if you could like literally get rid of a keeper and then get someone in straight away to replace him straight away, like.
Yeah, but it's tough. But hey, like I always say, at HKL, I get to the super chat. Is it a tough? What you're saying is correct. Is it tough to do? Absolutely. But our recruitment team, our scouts and Ten Hag are paid extremely well to do an extremely tough job. Go locate a goalkeeper. There's a goalkeeper out there that can play for Manchester United Football Club and be the number one and do a good job. Yes. There's hundreds of thousands of footballers playing football across the globe. If you can't locate a goalkeeper, you should be fired. Simple as that.
But also
You
at the
should be
same
sacked.
time, if we do it and we replace him as fans and that, like we have to give it time as well. At the same time, we can't expect miracles straight away. But that's why it's tricky because we kind of need it straight away. Obviously,
Yeah, go
next
sign
season.
someone who's gonna be adequate straight away.
Or you keep the Gea and then get someone to come in and bed the new guy in. Like, I don't know.
We found Martinez. Go find me a Martinez goalkeeper. Martinez landed and was fine from the jump. Casemiro landed and was fine from the jump. So these things are capable. I'm not letting these man.
But a keeper though, I don't know, man. It might be a bit harder, a bit slightly different compared to other positions.
I agree. It's tougher. But like I said at the very beginning, you are paid extremely well to do an extremely tough job. Go and find a goalkeeper. You know what I'm saying in that? Yeah, it's tough. You know what I'm saying, Stephanie G? No, it is tough, 100%. But why are these men paid extremely well? Why are we sticking with a goalkeeper who's not good? That's like saying, right, I'm going to stick with this gal who ain't shit because I can't get another gal. Makes no sense.
What are you saying, though? You're writing off the Gea like he's shit now at this point.
Man. No, he's not shit. He's not good enough. He's done. He excels at nothing outside of shot stopping. Why are we accepting this? You wouldn't accept this in any way, shape, or form of life. It's like having a partner and it's not working out and it's terrible. But you just stay with the partner because you can't find another girl. That's dumb. That don't make no type of sense.
He saved, but again, it's a lot of things is perspective as well, because like he saved us as well at the same time.
No, fam, no,
many situations.
Yeah, that's true, and he's also made a lot of mistakes as well. He also costs us a lot. Cost it. His shot stopping ridiculous. Never doubt that. But he don't do anything.
You've seen the games these seasons where he's fucking saved us, bro.
Yeah,
like,
and I've also seen.
You know what I'm saying?
I've also seen games where he's been awful, like when we got knocked out of the Europa League.
Yeah, that's true as well.
He's not good enough. Like, that's what it is. If we were to sell him today, does he go to another top club?
I don't know. I think he does, but
all right, what club does
depends.
He go to?
It depends the play style, innit? What they want from their keeper and that. Like,
exactly, and it's not him.
You know what I'm saying?
If City sold Edison, would he go City? No. If Liverpool sold Alisson, would he go Liverpool? No. So like kill that dead. If Madrid were to move on Courtois, does he go there? No. If PSG were to go move on Donnarumma, does he go there? No. He doesn't. I don't like this defense of him. Or because it's so tough to get a replacement, we don't sign him. This was the same argument for Ronaldo. It's the exact same shit. Oh, where the goal's gonna come from? Getting a striker's so tough, blah, blah, blah. And we had a better season after he left. It's the exact same. Rather than talk about that man's skill and that man's. I ask you the question: outside of shot stopping, what does he excel at as a goalkeeper?
Nothing. Huh?
Who's that sound like? Ronaldo. Outside of scoring goals, what does he excel at on a football pitch in 2023? And then people wonder why we're so behind. Because we got players like him in playing, starting. Him, Bruno, linked with Mason Mount.
Yeah, I agree. But what I'm saying is when I say about he can still go to another team, obviously it won't be a top. You know what I'm saying? It's like how... Yeah. So in terms of progression, where we want to go...
Play. Don't get it wrong. He could still go somewhere and play in Europe. Like he'd go La Liga or something or Serie A. I'm just saying, if you're chasing down Premier League and Champions Leagues, De Gea, you're not signing De Gea. You're not signing. So why have we got him then? If that's our aim, why is it him? Yeah, Dortmund Daredevil. Yeah, I could see him going to a Dortmund.
See, I understand where you come from, and I think a lot of people probably misinterpret some of your takes, but that's because you want what's best for Man United. And the progression, like we want the very best. So if we want to compete with Man City in that, we need to be doing the same things. Like, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, you're right, man.
That's it. People just don't like it because it's harsh. You know what I'm saying? And that, like, people just don't like it because it's the harsh truths. And then we'll be doing a stream alive and wonder why we're so far behind Manchester City. Why we're not in title races, why we can't compete, because we have players who are not good enough. How long have these players been here before we realize, right, De Gea's just not here anymore?
That's what I'm saying. We've become used to the lower standards now, innit? This whole time. So that's why we need to get back, man. And in order to do that, you have to be ruthless. You know what I'm saying? You saw what Pep done in that when he just exodus the whole thing.
Ruthless.
You know what I'm saying? 100%. So yeah, man. We need to
Let me get to
exit.
this.
That's the thing.
And as well says, first off, I don't big up for the super chat HK and appreciate it. He says, first off, I don't believe Ten Hag wants Mount. If he does sign him and he starts with Bruno and Casemiro, I'm Ten Hag out. They'll be fired anyway, starting that midfield. Oh, facts, that midfield's horrible. I agree with you, HKN. If I'm starting midfield is Casemiro, Mount, and Bruno, forget about it. We're not doing nothing up. This is the ceiling. This is the ceiling. With that midfield, this is the ceiling. We're not doing nothing of note. We'll compete for domestic cup trophy. We'll compete for domestic cups, and we'll compete for top 4. That's it. Premier League.
But we don't want that, do we?
No, people do, because people want us to keep. People want us to sign Mount. People want us to keep Bruno. People want us to keep De Gea. So yes, people do. People want their favorites in. Rather than what's best for the team, people want too many fans want their favorites in. But then we'll sit there and then complain and say, oh, why are we so far away? Because your favorites ain't good enough. That's a horrible HK, and I agree with you. And if Ten Hag does that, that's on him. I could be wrong and it works, but I don't see it working. It's a horrible midfield. That's a horrific midfield.
Yeah, it's horrible. It's horrible.
Super horrible. I'm saying, Cass, Mount, Bruno. More attention where? Cass out there by himself.
Yeah, that's true.
By himself. But hey, let's keep him. And then you're going to have De Gea behind that.
Oh.
Yeah. More attention. Sweeper keeping. Distributing the ball.
It's everything Ten Hag doesn't want. Like, so I don't really understand. It's a bit, yeah. The man thing is weird, but I can't lie. But
This WG says favorites need to be sold because they've been here for too long. That's why. And have failed for season after season. They failed. And yes, I fully believe, to Stephanie Jew says, replacing De Gea will be tough unless Flawless is in charge of recruitment. I fully believe if you give me the resources Manchester United have, I could find a goalkeeper.
Who do you think you bloody are, mate?
I could find a goalkeeper 100%. 100%.
Who are you? World-class scat, yeah? Flawless.
100%. I could find a goalkeeper. If you say, right,
very highly confident of yourself, aren't you?
100%, because it's this is the profile, right? We need to find a goalkeeper who does this, and this. All right. So you putting me on a private jet? It wouldn't just be me. I'd get the gang together. Put me on a private jet, and I'm watching football all across the globe. There's hundreds of thousands of goalkeepers. You telling me one of them don't fit? Because right now, you know what's crazy? You know what the crazy part is about this, Dan? This time it's currently the 29th of May, 2023. Fast forward a year, 29th of May, 2024. There's going to be a goalkeeper who's classed as one of the best in Europe, and we're not talking about him right now. We're not talking about him right now. Same way now everyone talks about Mike Mignon. Who was talking about Mike Mignon last season and the year before? Nobody. Onana, who's at Inter Milan 2 years ago, who mentioned him? Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you another question, Dan. Has Martinez been our best player this season? Do you think he's been our highest? Lisandro Martinez has been our most performing player this season. Yeah?
Yeah, he's up there, mate.
You'd agree. Okay, so he's up there. Who was talking about him this time last year? Nobody. My point, nobody was talking about him this time. No, not a soul. Nobody mentioned Lisandro Martinez. Now he's one of the best centre-backs in the Premier League. So what are we doing here? No, but he was option B. Timber was the first choice. Martinez.
You got a good point there, my friend.
Yeah, I know. But people just don't like it because it's there against their favorite. So this whole thing of, there's not people to find. Yes, there is players to find. Because there's going to be a bad boy goalkeeper in the year 2024 that we don't know about. Same way 2 years ago and last year, nobody was talking about Mike Mignon. Nobody was talking about him.
Trust. I was like, who the fuck is this?
Nobody. Nobody. Now all of a sudden, he's one of the highest touted goalkeepers in Europe. Same with the Costa. This time last year, no one went talking about Costa. So go find these unknown gems. What are we doing here? We can't sell De Gea because we can't replace him. Huh? So we just keep him then. That's what we do. We just keep someone who's not good enough because we can't replace him. But yet we've watched City find replacements for David Silva, Aguero, Yaya Toure. The list got Vincent Kompany. The list goes on. We've watched them replace all these, but we can't replace David De Gea. But they can replace David Silva, Sergio Aguero, Vincent Kompany, Yaya Toure, Fernandinho, Zabaleta. The list goes on. But we can't find one. Whatever, man. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. And then when we fall behind, people go act surprised. Why can't we compete?
We need to get back to the best, man. In order to do that, you need to do what you need to do, man. Ruthless. Ruthless records, mate.
What do you guys think about Tonali in our midfield? Nah, I'm not with it. From what I've seen, I'm not with
That's
it.
the guy from AC Milan, right? The
Yeah,
young boy.
Tonali, yeah, the Italian. Yeah, big up to Gene as well. Says remember City win their games before the game. United need to have the right mentality to win it. Facts, facts, Gene.
That's
Facts.
the Mike Tyson analogy. The Mike
Facts.
Tyson, like, you know, fear. Put the fear in them before the game even starts in the tunnel.
Facts.
Saying.
Daredevil, yeah, it's all about recruiting properly. Facts. Goalkeeper at United need to be mentally strong to so absolutely. So go find one. Before we close out, Dan, anything you want to talk? Actually, ownership. Any thoughts on that?
Bro, this is the most important thing right now. Like, this is the make or break, bro. This will determine the next however many years, man. Like, we need that to compete. Like we were saying about getting the right players and the quality to compete with that City, the City and that. Like, the only way really we're gonna do that is we need the Qatari ownership, man, to give us the right springboard, the all the resources we need to compete with these guys. And like Newcastle are coming up and that as well. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's gonna get even more tough, and we have to adapt to the situation. It is what it is right now, man. This is football now, like, and we need that Qatari ownership, man. Like, it's that or nothing, bro. Like, it's like there's no other option. What else is there? They're talking about Jim Ratcliffe, like, or the Qatari. It's like just Jim Ratcliffe guy ain't serious. You know what I'm saying? He's moving mad. Yeah. So it's like you have to. It has to be the Qatar. Like what else? And if it doesn't happen, yeah, it's like I don't even know, bro. Like bro. If that don't happen, I don't know what I'm gonna do with myself, mate. I'm done, bro. Like,
hey, just get used to mediocrity. Done. Just get used to mediocrity, fam.
But I can't do that. So then, what other choice do I have? I have to just like give up. Like, I don't know. Like, yeah, I can't.
I am, fam. I am. We signed Mason Mount and have the Glazers. Like, I'm like, I know where my level. I know where we're at. We're not serious. I just let it go.
And then what? We have to put up with that for flipping and over 20 years, like, or something, or what? Like, I don't know.
But hey, at least we'll still have David De Gea in goal, though. So, you know, there we go, in it. That's a victory. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, it has to happen, man. All we can do is we have to hope, man, that shit happens, bro. Like, and I think it will. I'm trying to be positive, stay positive about it. Like, it seems like it's going that way, but fuck knows, man. Knowing these Glazers, man, you know how much they fucked us up. Like, the time, you just never know, man. But we have, as fans, need to get behind it and like not accept mediocrity, like we were saying, and not tolerate bullshit. Like, all these murmurings of them potentially not selling or selling to Ratcliffe and that. Like, fans need to be on their necks. I'm seeing a lot of people doing a good job on Twitter and all that, trying to push the right thing and that, but need to keep going, man. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause I feel like there'll be just some meltdown, bro. Like, if this don't happen, it's gonna be mad. Like, it's gonna be mad. So we can't allow that to happen, man. Like, and yeah, man. We need that full sale, man. Not no half flipping sale stake and all this shit. Full sale, Qatari. Let's do this, man. And then we move.
100%. All right. Anything else you want to add, fam, before we leave?
Nah, man. Just big up to everyone, obviously, in the chat. It's been a minute.
Yeah, thanks for dropping in, man. Always good. Always good to see you.
100%. Likewise, man. You know what it is, my brother Flawless. You know what I'm saying? Sarcasm City all day, every day. I represent, bro. Sarcasm City. Always bigging up Sarcasm City, sharing and that. And obviously, everyone in here, smash the like, subscribe if you're new. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, man, Flawless does his thing. You know what I'm saying? He's a very hardworking guy, bro. So you gotta give him his flowers. You know what I'm saying? And to do that, to give him his flowers, make sure you subscribe, man. Look at the content man's providing for you on this platform, and not only this platform, other platforms as well. You know what I'm saying? So Twitch and that, subscribe to the Twitch and everything. And also don't forget, Flawless is a multifaceted individual, bro. This guy does music. This guy does all types of shit, entrepreneur shit. You know what I'm saying? He's moving like Fiddy and that. like 50
trying.
Cent and that. You know what I'm
I'm
saying?
trying, man. I'm trying, man. I'm trying.
Next
You know what I'm
thing,
saying?
next thing is the sarcasm flipping shows and that, and like you know what I'm saying? This guy is, bro. Listen, I'm telling you, bro. Like,
I'm trying,
but yeah,
man.
big up to everyone in the comments. Share with your friends. You know what I'm saying? And if
Yeah,
you want to
man.
subscribe to me as well.
Yeah,
And
let them
big
know
up
where they
to
can
everyone,
find you,
man.
man. Let them know where they can find you and what you got coming up.
That is there, man. You know what I'm saying? Dan
And Dan
Silly, man.
Silliman, people. Make sure you do so.
You know what I'm saying? If you want to be motivated, I'll post that motivational shit now and then.
Yeah.
I post that funny shit now and then. And again, we're just out here, man. We're just living life, bro. We're just spreading love all around the world. You know what I'm saying? And big up the haters, man, every time. You know what I'm saying? Big up the people that are here to hate as well, because you fuel us as well. You give us the views still. So big up to you lot, man. Like each and every time. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, man, love to everyone. Thanks, man, for everyone.
Shouts to everybody. Nuruddin's live right now, so we're gonna raid
Chee!
Nuruddin United Real Therapy. Make sure you let him know Sarcasm City TV sent you, people. In the comments, make sure you lot do that. We're back tonight, midnight, people. So you're gonna get doing the most. Obviously, the last Premier League version of the show, doing the most will carry on. I'll explain more on that show, but yeah, Premier League game week 38. So doing the most. That's at midnight, and then we're back on the Twitch 1:30 a.m. for Game 7. I'm saying of the Eastern Conference Finals, people. Game 7, Boston Celtics versus Miami Heat. Obviously, the Heat were leading 3-0, and the Celtics brought it back to 3-3. So that series is tied. Game 7 to who faces the Denver Nuggets in the NBA Finals. All of this is on the upcoming live stream schedule, which I've updated already. Make sure you head over to in half an hour to Battle of the North as well, because that'll be over on there, Battle of the North. But love to everyone that's locked in. This has been the ManDem United podcast live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube. Big up for tuning in.